What's going on, guys? Matt here from Everyday Tools, backing up with another video, and today we have a pretty big update on the truck. A lot of work's been going on the truck for the past 2 weeks. Been doing a lot of welding, a lot of Bondo, a lot of seam sealing, all kinds of crazy stuff that I haven't done a lot of, especially the welding and seam sealing. It's something I don't have a lot of experience in. Some Bondo work in the past, but lots and lots of work. So I'm going to show you guys in this video what we've been doing on the truck, what still needs to get done, and what probably will get done in the future. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the truck right now. We have a lot of work going on. It's been quarter panel, rockers, cab corners, all kinds of different stuff, welding, Bondo, all that. So check it out. It's a 2008 Dodge Ram 1500 quad cab with 4x4 Hemi. It's got it all. So basically what we're dealing with here is, it was pretty rusty before. I'll show you what the other side looks like, and we'll get a good glimpse of what we're dealing with. So these are your rocker panels, and they're not supposed to look like this. This is your cab corner. It's not supposed to look like that. So that is what the other side started as. Fast forward 2 weeks, and now it looks like this. So what we did here, I'll give you guys a little bit of overview if you're going to do this yourself. You got to cut out all the rust, every single thing that's there, cut it all out, get down to bare metal. Make sure every single piece of rust is gone, because if there's any rust left over, your truck is just going to rust all over again, so you're going to be wasting your time doing this work. And trust me, you don't want to do this twice. So basically right here is where I joined the two rockers together. You can see it's not a perfect joint, but we'll clean that up in the finishing process, grind that little tab down, Bondo over, seal it up, it'll be good. So we got a little bit more Bondo work to do here. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap, a little edge where the factory rocker didn't really match up too well with a third-party rocker, but what do you expect with this kind of stuff? So over here we have some more body work that we did. I don't know why I'm saying we, this has pretty much been the project I've been working on by myself, but that I did. I am one person, I'm not 3 people, so we're not going to use we here. We got seam sealer, Bondo, try to match the body lines as best I can. I got to come in here with sandpaper and sander, smooth all this out. It's going to look really good. I'm going to tape this sticker off so we don't destroy it any more than we already have. But yeah, plug welds all across here, Bondo glazing putty on top. You won't see any of this, so I'm not going to go crazy with it, but it's going to be under the rubber seal. But as you can see, lots of work had to be done. Drilled and plug weld this panel to the center inner rocker, and then to the truck itself, which is all the way out here. So lots of welding, lots of plug welding. So all the way down here, same thing. Everywhere where you see Bondo, that's a weld. And then take you around back, trying not to cut myself open here with all the rust. But we got the back panel. I got Bondo on the bottom just to kind of fill some of the gaps. Don't want like dirt and stuff to get up there, because you know it's gonna rust out if it does. But I mean, this seam sealer stuff's not the cleanest thing in the world. It's kind of hard to deal with. It's very sticky, and it comes out of that gun very fast, and whatever. It works though. So this is all seam sealed across here, so no water's going to get in there. It's all trapped. It's got some room to breathe on the other end, but don't want to get you guys too seasick underneath the truck. So I'll take you over to the other side. We've been doing some rust work there, but I'll get back to that later. So on this side of the truck, we have more Bondo work. Had to put a patch panel in here because the original truck piece had lots of rust in this area, and the repair panel doesn't go up that high. So I had a sheet metal, a patch panel in there, and it only goes so far, so I couldn't do this part. But we're going to do this mesh on this side here as well. So again, guys, this isn't like the perfect fix. I'm not telling you, I'm not a professional bodywork guy or anything like that. But it is something that a DIYer can do with some welding knowledge and some basic tool knowledge, I would say. But over here again, we have more of this mesh material. It's actually window screen material, but it's a lot easier to work with than some of that Bondo stuff, and it's a lot cheaper because I already have it. So that's one thing we're gonna mesh out, I guess you could say here. Push this mesh, try to get it as close as we can to the body line. Put Bondo all over that and try to make it look as factory as possible. But it's not going to be easy because, you know, mesh, it's going to be a little bit thicker than just having direct contact to the body itself. But it's better than having a huge gap here that would look terrible. We'll mesh this out, we'll Bondo it, sand it down as best we can. If any of the mesh shows back up in the end product, we'll put another layer of Bondo on it and just keep going, because this is annoying me a little bit because it's tapping out a little bit right there. So that could be bugging me a little bit once we get to the Bondo process again over there. Again, here, plug welds, drill and plug weld the whole thing all the way across. Seam sealer over here. We're going to figure out what to do with that. It's a little hard to deal with right now because the seam sealer needs to be there to seal out water, because a lot of water can come in here from raindrops and stuff as the door is open, and when it opens, a lot of water likes to run down these areas of the car. So that needs to be seam sealed, but I need to figure out whether I want to Bondo directly on top of it or cut away some of the seam sealer, because this part of the truck you're going to see, so I want to make sure this looks good. Obviously there's a little step here, but when you're dealing with, you know, aftermarket parts, that's just what you're going to get. So unfortunately that is what it is, but we're going to get to sanding this tomorrow. Might do another update video, we'll see. And then we did a cab corner. So the cab corner was shot on the other side, just like this side. You can see brand new cab corner. Need to work on the Bondo here a little bit, and obviously need to make it look better. But this part right here is the part where I'm a little worried. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Probably just going to cut this off directly and then seam seal and Bondo as best I can. I mean, I've never done something like this before, and working with aftermarket parts, sometimes you don't get perfect fitment. But again, that might be my own fault. It could be something that I didn't get fit perfectly myself. But again, that's what happens. So we just got to work with it as best we can. And these doors were really bad. So if you can see on the other side, the door was all rotted out on the bottom. This is not a perfect fix. You know, you guys, if you're watching this, you might say, why don't you just buy new doors? Well, no. For many reasons. Doors are expensive. This isn't a show truck. This isn't something where it's going to be like, oh my goodness, look at this restoration, like you guys are crazy. No, it's not going to be like that. What it's going to be is, it's going to look like a normal truck, and we're going to try to make it look as best we can with what we have without paying the price of buying like a newer truck, which is what we're trying to avoid by buying a used truck. So again, kind of defeats the whole purpose if you go that route. New doors for this truck would cost almost $1,000, and given that price, those aren't new doors, they're actually used doors. So basically what we're going to do here is cut out all this rust so that the rust doesn't grow back, obviously. Sheet metal work to make it look good. And then we bought these panels. They're chrome finish panels that are like factory matched to match a trim line, or the body line here. So we'll take this panel off, match the body line perfectly, and you'll never even know what's under there. So the sheet metal work doesn't even have to be perfect, because it's going to be covered up by like a fascia board that's going to make it look even nicer. So is it perfect? No. Is it nice? Yeah, it is nice. And it'll work great. So future plans for the truck. So obviously the truck is very rusty. It's got classic Northeast rust, but we're going to wire wheel as much as we can, like the hard paint flakes off. We're going to get a lot of that trash off and do some type of undercoating or paint work just to seal up the frame a little bit better. We're not going crazy. We're not going to like, you know, get it sandblasted or anything like that, but just to get a lot of the paint flakes off, which are, they get dirt and water underneath them, and it makes the rust even worse. So there's that for that side. And then again on this side, you can see what we were dealing with this cab corner with these doors. Like, look at that hole, like that's crazy. Just a lot of that kind of stuff needs to be done. But engine wise, this truck is solid. It's got a nice Hemi in it. It's got some good upgrades done to it. A lot of it was taken care of. The brakes are done. It's got, the steering was replaced, like stuff like that. Let's see if we can even get inside of it. Sometimes these gas struts don't like to work, but that actually worked perfectly. So like, look, brand new alternator. The engine oil was taken care of, maintenance, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's a 16-year-old truck, but it's in pretty good shape. That's why we're trying to rehabilitate it a bit. And inside here, it's in good shape, like the rails aren't rotted out or anything like that. You got lots of, you know, upgrades, well maintained. So it's not like a piece of junk kind of thing. But when it first came out, it kind of looked like one with all the rust. But now you guys can see we're doing a lot of good work here with these rockers. Absolutely solid. And I can't wait to get this done because it's been a couple weeks, not working every day, but I probably have over 30 hours in this project, and there's some to show for, obviously, but it's not where I want it to be yet. So, that said, we could talk about the truck a little bit more, but what's been going on here is just a lot of truck work, a lot of tractor work, a lot of quad work, a lot of dirt bike work, all kinds of stuff all coming at me at once here at the property. And unfortunately there's only 24 hours in the day, and a lot of those hours are spent sleeping or doing work, doing homework, this college student life, or doing other stuff that comes up. Like I wasn't expecting the tractor to blow up the way it did and all that kind of stuff. But we got the tractor running, which is great news. We got half of the truck almost done, which is great news. We have dirt bike stuff going on. We have new parts coming in left and right. This is probably the busiest I've been in a really long time, and I'm really glad to have you guys here on the channel to watch along at Everyday Tools. See the channel right here. We're doing really well on the channel, and that's because of you guys. That's because of my viewers, supporters, everyone who watches these videos. 1.21 thousand subscribers. So that's pretty cool. I never thought this little channel would ever get that many subscribers. So that's an accomplishment for me and the people who work on this channel, my family and everything. But yeah, just a little bit more update since we're here, since you guys are on the video. If you want to stick around, go ahead. We just did some more stuff here on the dirt bike. I did some graphics on the wheels. So I did the front, both sides in the front. I bled the brakes. I gotta do the back. I need to clean my bike. It's dirty and disgusting. But I bled the brakes, and now we got a nice hard pedal there. Now on this side of the garage, we got another one of the KDXs just chilling back here. Just had some bolts replaced on it, so that's gonna be up and running soon. Here's the tractor. If you check out my YouTube shorts and my lives, you can see what was wrong with this. The seat came out of the head, messed up the valve, messed up everything. And obviously she's not going to run like that. So I did a top end rebuild. Didn't have to replace the piston or anything, but I reseated that seat, got the valves worked out, used the grinding compound, all that kind of stuff on the valves. So that was my first time lapping valves. I got a valve lapping tool to do that with, one of those suction cup ones that just go on and then you pretty much just like you're starting a fire with sticks kind of thing. So that was cool. That was something that I like to do. And it worked out well. So thank you guys for coming to watch the video. I really appreciate it. This is something different. I haven't come out with like a full form video in a while. I've been doing a lot of live streaming. Live streaming is kind of cool. You get a lot of viewers. You get a lot of people that you don't usually get on the channel. So that's why I like it. But I also like to make these videos where I'm just talking to the camera and show you guys around the shop and stuff like that. So if you like the video, leave a like. If you have a comment, leave a comment. And if you'd like to subscribe, if you'd like to join the community, please be one of those 1,000 people that are subscribed to the channel. Turn on notifications so you can get updates on the channel. We have a lot of exciting stuff going on here. Trucks, dirt bikes, tools, tractors, sermons, God's Word most importantly. And lots of different things going on in the world that we can always talk about in the comments. So thanks you guys for watching. Peace. Have a good one. God bless. Don't forget to keep us in your prayers, as we will do with you guys. Have a great day.